I'm finally monetized on YouTube, and I am going to share my experience from a homesteader's perspective. I think it's important to note that that's an important piece of this, because I am trying to find the people who are in the same space as I am to watch my video about homesteading and having a YouTube channel and trying to build that at the same time. If you're not a homesteader, that's fine. Like, you can still benefit from this. I watched so many videos about, you know, from small channels that are just getting monetized. I watched several of those videos and they were very helpful, and they weren't even in my niche. So I just want to share this because I felt that this was so helpful when I was searching for this information. And so that's it. So this is not the channel, by the way, this is not the channel that is monetized. As you can tell, I only have 82 or so subscribers at this point, if you're watching on day one. And it will grow, and I know this, but this is where I'll be sharing my experience on YouTube monetization, as well as other areas of homestead income. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it, and I can help you as well. I have been homesteading for over 22 years or so. The numbers keep changing on me because the years keep changing. So I think we're at 22 years. But I've been homesteading for a long time, and there's things about homesteading and that you need to generate an income. Like, you can't just live off the land and not have an outside income source most cases. So that's what this channel is about, to help those of you who are looking to homestead and also make an income, have a place to go and find out very useful information. This channel will include my monetization journey on YouTube as one of my income streams. This is not my only income stream. This is one of my income streams. And yes, I'm trying to build this channel so that it can be another income stream, and I will share some of that with you on this channel as well. So be sure to subscribe and also like this video if you like it, and I would love to hear your experience as well. So I'm going to go through some things. I'm going to share my numbers. They're not super impressive, like I mentioned before, but this is a starting point, and I want to share with you my starting point. So I'm actually very excited to share this topic with you from a homesteader's perspective, because there's some things that I chose not to do as I was building this channel. I have been homesteading, a long time, and I've learned why I like this lifestyle, why I enjoy this lifestyle, why my husband and I are living this lifestyle still after so long, after our kids are grown and now our grandkids are enjoying it. And I wasn't interested in, I've learned over the years, I'm not interested in hustle culture. I'm not interested in doing things that don't align with the lifestyle that I'm living. So that is one of the things I'm not interested in. I'm not interested in putting my whole life out there. I know some people do it and it's fine for them, but I'm more protective of my daily life. My daily life includes things like gardening and taking care of my animals and those sorts of things. And those sorts of things are what make my lifestyle so wonderful, and they're sacred to me. So I don't generally like to share all of the things. I like to share little glimpses into our life and then educate people as much as I can as well. So if you're interested in that type of content, of homesteading content, beginner homesteading content, that is my other channel called Homesteading for Beginners, and that's where you can learn that sort of thing. But on this channel, I'm building to educate, and I'm building to make the internet a better place, make YouTube a better place. And so one of those ways I make it a better place is by not creating divisive content. I'm all for having strong beliefs and things, but I am not interested in creating divisive content, which sometimes happens because you believe a certain way. But I am not interested in doing it on purpose. So I feel like a lot of people are going out for the viral videos, the viral stuff, and they're purposely being divisive, and that I'm not interested in that. So if you're the type of person like me your life might be divisive just because of the way you live, but if you're not going out to find that, then we match in personality, I guess, because that's just not me, and that's not how I was going to create my channel or the podcast that I have as well. I have a podcast, but I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So I'm interested in growing this channel and my other channel and any future thing that I do in a way that always aligns with my lifestyle. And my lifestyle is about being slow and intentional and sustainable and being able to sustain this life. And any business I create, I want it to be that way as well. So if that interests you, you're in the right place too. So I'll get into the numbers in a minute, but I wanted to share how my other channel started so that you know. So I am a podcaster. So I started a podcast about 3 years ago. At the same time, I started my other YouTube channel, Homesteading for Beginners. I thought I was going to be doing both. I thought I could handle both, but at the time I was learning podcasting and I could not do YouTube at the same time. I don't regret that. The podcasting world is totally different. Everything is a little bit slower. You don't have a whole lot of analytics. You can't really compare yourself much to anybody else because you don't know how everybody else is doing. So you just keep making content, or you give up. But I didn't give up, and I'm 3 years here later still podcasting on a podcast-only players. So, but what I did do during that time, because I knew I wanted to build my YouTube channel, was I automatically had my videos sent to YouTube. My audio sent to YouTube. So my audio, it was just like a still image and the audio behind it. Okay, so those were my podcast episodes. You can hear my rooster. I started doing it with the same image over and over and over again. And then I realized if I change the image, I get a few more views. So I started making a better thumbnail for each episode and optimizing the description and everything for YouTube. So during that time, the first 3.5 years, I guess, I grew to 500 subscribers. And if you don't know, in YouTube, in order to become monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers and 400 watch time hours. That's not views, that's correction, 4,000 watch time hours, not 400. How many hours people spend watching your videos. So you need both of those things in order to get the big monetization. There is another level that you can get where you get 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch time hours, and then it's like a level, like a tiered thing. So, but anyway, I got my 500 subscribers during that time with basically just updating the description and image in YouTube with just audio. And then about 9 months ago, I decided, you know what, for one, I stopped doing social media or the other types of social media. I stopped producing content on Instagram and TikTok. I had a little time of TikTok, but then they banned me for no reason. And so I was like, I'm done with this platform. So, but I decided about the same time to stop doing social media. So I feel like I was deciding to put all of my energy into my YouTube channel and podcast at that point. So I didn't have any distractions. So I really think it took me 8 months to get monetized, really. If I had put the same effort with 0 subscribers, I would have had still over 1,000 subscribers and more content. I did have more content to be looked at, and I did have a few videos, just a few that were actual videos. Most of them were the repurposed podcast episodes. So my first month, I made $48.91. I have not gotten paid yet. This is just, I just took the month, the analytics, and I looked at the first date that I started getting, making AdSense revenue to a full month later. So it's, the 27th of March to the 27th of April. My lowest day of earnings was 50 cents, and my highest day of earnings was $2.90. Now, for me, I'm actually excited about this because I've been creating content for a long time, and you rarely get paid for the content you create. But like I said before, this is one of my avenues, one of my revenue streams. It's not my only. So this is just nice to get paid for the content I'm creating, even if it's a little. And it will pay for some of the expenses that I have as a content creator and a business owner. I have expenses in just the business, not life expenses, because we all know homesteading can have expenses as well. Feeding animals is not cheap. I know everyone's interested in this because I was interested in this when I was starting out my YouTube channel. I want to be like, how much money am I going to make in the beginning? How much is it? What's realistic? And the niche of the homesteading niche, I don't think is the lowest in income, but it's not the highest either, because you get paid based on the ad revenue that's shared, and if the topics of of your channel doesn't match a high paying advertiser, then you're not going to get paid as much. So I hope that was helpful to you. If you're wondering what that is behind me, that is the unfinished playhouse my husband made my grandkids, and we just didn't finish it. Hopefully it will get finished, but it's made completely out of pallets. Well, I think there's other materials as well, but mostly out of pallets. We have a very popular video that still earns me money, and I need to do an updated one, is our chicken coop, our pallet chicken coop that my husband made out of mostly pallets. And it's still standing. It's where my chickens are hanging out right now. And someday he's going to make another one of those and do a tutorial video, and I'm sure that's going to do very well. Okay, so that's all. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd love for you to subscribe. If you have comments or you are starting your journey as well, I'd love to hear that too. I want to hear where you are in your YouTube monetization journey. I would love to hear that. And I will, subscribe, and you'll see more content like this, as well as helping you through the homestead income space and knowing how to have that in a way that is balanced and profitable. I love marketing, so I will help you with that as well. So be sure to subscribe.